Hello and welcome to Divinefelinee Tarot. As usual and as always, this is going to be a general reading. I always pose the question, what is it that we need to know right now? What is most important for us to know right now? I feel like that is what we should focus on most of the time. Whatever is most important that Spirit wants us to know right here, right now, in this moment. Also, as always, please, please, please use your own discernment when it comes to any tarot, any divination that you find online. This should not be the end-all be-all. This should really serve as internal confirmation for things you have already been feeling. It shouldn't be confusing to you. It shouldn't be hard to apply to your situation if it really is for you. Okay, I think that's good for the introductory disclaimers. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. I'll only communicate with beings of love, intending no harm to us or through us, here for our highest good and the highest good of all involved. What is it we need to know today? What is most important for us to know, to focus on, right here, right now? And I do just want to preface, sometimes in the beginning of readings, I'm a little bit slow in speech, just down-tempo energy. Usually it's because I'm being pulled in, like, it feels like almost like a trancey type state. But for some reason, right now, I'm not feeling that. You know, I'm feeling that more energetic, fluid is the word that came to mind. More fluid energy. Adjustments are required. Fluid energy. We're going to pull from the Moonology deck to get our central energy, our central phase. What is our moon phase for today? Expect powerful change. Adjustments are required. Oh, be bold and make the first move. Yeah, adjustments are required. Expect powerful change. A change that you're initiating. A change that you are initiating. You're very close to achieving your goal. This one came out in the last reading too. You're very close. It almost feels like small adjustments. Or maybe like small incremental adjustments that build upon each other. Okay. Bottom of the deck, be bold, make the first move. Okay. Communication is key. This thing has not been leaving me alone. I'm pretty sure it was the bottom of the deck in the last reading too. Your hard work is paying off. This one came out in the last reading too. You guys saw me just shuffle the cards. Your hard work is paying off. Whatever you're doing, you're doing well. You're facing the right direction. You're on point to hit your target. Yeah. This is good. This is good. This is really good. The energy feels light. It feels like you've released something, possibly. Because it feels lighter. Love is all around, by the way, and it was also overcome Any challenges? Turn knowledge into wisdom. Wolf spirit. I see the lion. Oh, make your dreams real. Make your dreams real. Okay. Okay. Miracles are endless. All right. Light as a feather. The energy feels very light. Lay a solid foundation. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you see clearly now. You see clearly now. Yes. Okay, sorry. Clear out the clutter. What did I say? You're releasing. I'm just trying to gather. I need to take a breath. I'm getting excited again. Take a leap of faith. Be bold. Make the first move. Take a leap of faith. Wow. Watch and wait. Infinite possibilities. Or open to the infinite possibilities. Something is very fertile. Something is very fertile. Underneath lay a solid foundation, be peace. It was peeking out, so I figured I would show it. Okay. Yeah. Lay a solid foundation. Yeah. Okay. Let me take a break. Let me take a breath. Okay. Take what resonates, as always. I've given the disclaimers. I'm gonna leave this in your hands. Okay, so lay a solid foundation. Yeah, you're laying the groundwork for something that is coming in, something that's coming in to reality, it seems. Making your dreams real. I want to use the analogy that I've heard in another video. She was talking about how sometimes we ask spirit, to bring this into our lives type of thing. And we're wondering why it's not showing up. And it's because we don't have the solidified foundation to be able to hold it. And she used the analogy of wanting spirit to pour into you, but you don't have a cup. You don't have anything that can hold what's being poured into you. So it's just gonna, go right through pretty much. But what I'm seeing here is that you have been, you're going to, in the process of creating that cup, you're creating that foundation to be able to hold all that's getting ready to pour into you, pour onto you, come into your physical reality. You're making space as well. You're making space for it. You're washing out that cup. You're getting rid of any old sediment that was in that cup that you don't want a part of this new incoming. Mm-hmm. And we have the sea creatures too, with that pouring in analogy. and we have the sea creatures. So it's going to be a lot, like an ocean. It's it's like a whole new plane of experience. Yeah, it's a whole new plane of experience, which is why it's so pertinent that this foundation is solid. Okay. I hope this is making sense. Yes, releasing old soul patterns, contracts, past lives. Unbound. You're releasing a lot. You are releasing a lot. You're making space for this new plane of existence. It's like something completely new. Birthing a new age. Birthing a new age. Birthing new creations. Dreaming a new world into being. Yes. I almost want to say that this may be something you have never experienced before. Wow. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. What I was going to say is I want to say that this may be something you have never experienced before in terms of like your soul evolution. Like ever in all your lifetimes, if you believe in past lives and all that stuff, you know. But it's definitely something you haven't experienced in this lifetime. But I feel like it's almost it's pertinent. Okay, I may be getting a little bit off track. Okay, or a lot of it. Protection. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Yes, there's a lot about releasing, letting go of things, letting go of people. Yeah, you're stepping up to... You're stepping up to a new level of existence. This card slid down, and underneath it is Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. I don't know if I was actually showing that. There we go. Yeah, what you're cultivating, what you're moving towards, what you're working on is sacred. It's important. Not it particularly for your soul evolution, yes, but I feel like it's going to expand beyond you. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher, sisterhood of the rose. There's something you're here to be. There's something you're here to be for the world, it seems. And that may be on a global scale. That may just be for a community, but we're not gonna downplay it. But it seems like you're supposed to be an example. Yes. Priestess. Both of these say priestess. I just noticed that. Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Take a leap of faith. Priestess. Okay, there's a high level of authority that you hold spiritually, it seems. There's something that you're here to do. There's something that you're here to say. There's something that your being is meant to project out into the world. And obviously it's going to be of the light. going to be helpful. And it may have to do with communication, communicating your story, communicating things you have learned. This also just, oh wow, underneath that, prosperity lies ahead. This also may be in relation to, again, what you're releasing, what you're cutting out, because there's clearing, and I think, again, it really does have to do with like clearing out people, unfortunately. I know that's like one of the hardest things to let go of sometimes, but not everybody is meant to come with us to the next phases of our life, especially if they are not actively also rising, you know? Okay. Tiny tangent. Wisdom. Sometimes when we're on, you know, a journey and we're trying to ascend, or we're putting our focus into things to grow our lives, it's not that these people are bad in any way, you know. It's just not conducive. It's not conducive. It's maybe not productive, or aiding in what we're trying to build and cultivate. It may be pulling us back to old versions, which we are expanding out of, you know. Sometimes people just drift away, and it's not that, again, they're bad people or anything of that nature. Sometimes it's just not meant to be forever, you know, even if at one point it felt like it was supposed to. Okay, spiritual strength. Oh, Jesus. This feels exciting, though. It feels really good. Passion ignited! Wow, right as I'm saying it feels really good. Sorry about the glare. It feels really good. Like, look at her expression. Looks like it feels really good. Yeah. And I think, you know, the freedom in the release is also going to feel really good. It's like that space that you're creating is making way for something else to rise within you, parts of yourself that you have yet to explore. Ooh, disruption. Yeah. This, yeah, I mean, to be expected, I guess, in a period of transition like this. There's a lot of change within and without, it seems. But you have spiritual strength here to anchor you. And again, you are not alone. You're not alone in this. Okay. Foundations and achievements. So confirmation on top of confirmation, it seems. Foundations and achievements. You're building something. You're working towards something. You're working towards really solidifying something in your life, a way of being. Light. This is giving me that pouring into you, that foundation you're building for this, for this pouring, this pouring into you. It's like you're setting the stage. Suffering in silence. I'm going to talk about that after. Discontent and boredom. The waiting game. This is my favorite card. This is my favorite card of this deck. Wow! Under the watch and wait. That's insane. That's insane. Okay, we're gonna get into firm foundation. How many times do they have to confirm it? Firm foundation. Okay. Oof. Oof. Temptation. Yes. Yep. Okay. And mental conflict. Yeah. Okay. Things are making sense now. Yes. So this period of transition and securing this foundation does not come without its challenges. I feel like this is a period that you are having to go alone. But you're not really alone, you know? Again, spirit is here. And if you do have people who you can really trust to communicate these things, these transitions with, who may be on a similar path even, it would be good to connect with them. But above all, your connection with spirit is always there. Spirit is right beside you the whole way. And I feel like it's very important for you to communicate with spirit in terms of guidance, in terms of even what you may be fearing, in terms of asking for clarity. Yeah. Oof. Okay. So it's almost like with the way these cards are laying, these uncomfortable feelings may cause you to want to turn away from the light, you know? Or maybe they almost cause you to doubt whether it's, you know, what you feel is pouring into, what you feel is on its way, that's coming, is really coming. And that is where this watch and wait with the seahorse and the waiting game comes in. Watch and wait. I'm not feeling a plowing forward. There are steps. I'm sorry, camera copped out. I'm going to try to go a little bit quicker since my memory is getting filled, but there's going to be a temptation to turn back to old ways of thinking, to old ways of being. And it may get even harder because it seems like you're really close to this new foundation, this new thing, this light that's entering. Oh my gosh, underneath the foundations and achievements is the heart chakra. You're really close. Again, at the beginning of the reading, you're really close to achieving your goal. Stay the course. There's going to be things that tempt you to drift off the path. But this is also, what is it? This is helping you solidify that firm foundation, that firm trust and belief in yourself and spirit in the direction that you're going. Okay, yeah. I am afraid to keep pulling because I don't want my camera to crop out again. You know what? I think I'm going to pull from, or not pull, but I'm going to read from A Guide for the Advanced Soul and then possibly wrap it up. Just because I don't want the camera to crop out again. Okay. Yeah. Okay. whatever you're going towards, you're building. Again, it's not just gonna be for you. You're gonna have enough that it's gonna to share. It's, oh, fuck. Okay, sorry. Relax. Whatever you're building is going beyond you. It's going beyond you. It's going to be able to help a lot of people. It's not just for you. I don't think you realize the magnitude of how what you're building right now is going to reach. In the bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups, celebration. There's going to be more than enough for you. It's going to be more than enough for you. It's going to be more than enough to share. And I also saw the star peeking out. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up with reading a passage from A Guide for the Advanced Soul. Okay. Let there be more joy and laughter in your living. Let there be more joy and laughter in your living. The most effective way to achieve right relations with any living thing is to look for the best in it, and then help that best into its fullest expression. Yeah. I think that is, again, with the communication is key. Whatever you're here to do, to share, is going to cultivate that. I should have put the bookmark. But it's going to help cultivate that in people. And what I'm feeling is it's going to help people see the best in themselves, to then reflect that out into the world. Okay. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know if this resonated with you in the comments. This really should serve as, what is it? Reassurance. A lot of reassuring messages. You're on the right track. You're on target. And yeah, and as I'm looking at this starfish open up to infinite possibilities, you're on target. You're on target. And I really think like this is going to reach far past beyond what you're imagining, even what your goal for it is. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much again, and I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, one more thing. So with this card, right, this specifically talks about how whatever it is that you're envisioning, whatever it is that you're manifesting, it is coming. It's here. The seed has already taken root and it's growing. The thing is, again, being patient, trusting that it's coming. And also when it is here, do not let it change you. Do not let it change the core of who you are. Because I feel like whatever it is you want to create, whatever it is that you are creating, you had it with the intention that it would help people. Or again, you went into it with pure intentions. You're going into it with pure intentions. And this card specifically depicts not letting it change you. Staying firm in that initial intention. And I think with the temptation also coming out, it's again that reminder to stay firm, stay grounded. And maybe that's why that firm foundation is stressing itself, because not only just to hold it, but to be clear on who you are at the core of it, above everything else, you know? Before you had it, you were like this, and solidifying that into your way of being, that pure intention, that integrity. Okay. Okay, now I think that's it. Now I think that's it. Yeah. I feel like, oh, okay. I'm gonna pull a couple more cards just because it feels like my camera's gonna be nice to me. Knight of Cups. Something is coming in. Something is coming in. I almost want to say an offer. That's what's in my head. Four of Swords. Yeah. This isn't a rush forward type of thing. Keep moving forward. Keep taking steps, but they seem like conscious, very conscious, meditative steps. Very conscious. Very conscious. It's not a rush. It's delicate, a delicate transition. There's a lot of transformation happening. And, you know, what I'm getting is the analogy of like the butterfly and the cocoon. The butterfly cannot force itself to be, you know, or the caterpillar, you know, when it's in the cocoon, at a certain point, it's just goo, you know. So it almost feels pertinent that you don't rush this process. It's important to the structure of this foundation that you're building, the strength of the structure that you're building, that it's very conscious, the bricks that you're laying, you know, it's very conscious. That's what's going to, again, allow it to be fortified. Yes, fortified. You're, again, the transformation from a caterpillar to a butterfly, it's a completely new way of being. It's a completely new way of showing up in the world. Completely. And you can't go back to being a caterpillar after that. There's no, it's a complete shift. A complete shift. Yeah. That is why it is so important that this foundation is anchored, and you are anchored, rooted in this foundation of the person that you say that you are, the integrity that you started this journey with, the pure intentions that you started this journey with. Okay. Yeah, and you're going to have a lot of options, but trust yourself that you have, again, that pure internal guidance, and as well as the guidance of spirit to choose the right thing, to go in the right direction. Okay. 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 I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. All right. Take care.